Welcome to Norway. We're on the northern edge of the country, a place called the Lyngen Alps. It's also known as the land of the midnight sun, which sounds lovely, but it's not midnight. It's definitely not sunny. Luckily, we were here yesterday, so we can show you just how breathtaking this place really is. It's an area made of hundreds of tiny islands and deep blue fjords. And in the middle of it all is a little city known as the Paris of the North and the gateway to the Arctic. This is Tromsø, and since the first settlements were made here at the end of the Ice Age, the city's been a meeting place for the many cultures living and trading in the Arctic. Today, it's the meeting place for 37 teams representing leading businesses from across Europe, all here to do battle in the Cisco Euro Challenge. We'll be concentrating on the final stage of this three-day event, the Intelligent Sport Grand Prix, a winner-takes-all running and biking race around the city of Tromsø. But over the previous 5 stages of the event, teams have explored the region thoroughly, beginning with a night running stage here in Tromsø 2 days ago. As well as providing a tough mental and physical challenge, the event enables companies to build teams by placing their people in the heat of competition. And the bonding seemed to be going pretty well. The next stages took place on the islands of Sommerøy, a beautiful coastal area to the west of mainland Norway. Exploring the fjords, inlets and sandy beaches on foot and on kayak, the teams would face a day of tough strategic, mental and physical challenges, as well as meeting the locals. There was rest for the body, but none for the brain, as the teams challenged each other at the intellectual pursuit of Pentago. At the end of it all, Team 37, Telenor of Norway, had proved the strongest in the event so far. They'll go into the final stage, the Intelligent Sport Grand Prix, as favourites. Do you have a strategy for this afternoon's Grand Prix?
Nothing special. We try to do the same as ever, work together and make the best out of it. So let me see what the competitors can do. That's all.
Well, this is where it all starts. Ahead of the teams, a demanding course of running, biking and puzzle solving in Arctic climbs. Let's warm up for the race now with Rob Walker.
Thanks, Rebecca. Warming up is the operative word. The weather might not be stunning, but the setting certainly is. With 350 kilometres inside the Arctic Circle here, an added ingredient for these competitors coming to the end of what has been a gruelling 3 days. Tromsø, situated on an island, they'll be running, they'll be biking and puzzle solving as well. All the ingredients here for what should be a fabulous climax to this championship. Sojtron from Slovakia, their best finish is second.
Well, this stage will be more or less without too much of strategy. The only thing is to concentrate on the puzzles, because they can make the difference between the teams. I mean, except of the puzzles, it's straightforward and maximum running, hustling to the finish.
A couple of useful UK teams to watch out for. These guys are Accenture and Cisco Business Group. They've got some useful runners in there. And another team, number 12, Open Reach Engineering Services. They want to make their presence felt.
What do you think you're going to really contribute this afternoon?
I'm good on the bike, so hopefully I'll be leading the way on that. We'll see how we go.
But this event is not just about physical ability.
We have a brainy team, you know, so we are not so fast running, but these guys around me is brainy guys, so I think that's our strength.
Brainy and big smiles. Another team focusing on intellect rather than physical grace are Microsoft Tromsø.
I think we have done very well. We surprised ourselves in some of these tasks, and the other teams have also done pretty well. We're impressed by the physical abilities of some of them, really.
But feeling okay about this afternoon?
Yeah, we're ready. Yeah, we're tired, but we have a little bit of energy left.
Great, well enjoy it.
Thanks.
And don't go in those brain cells, we'll hold you to that.
I know you will.
Only one of each team in play for the first kilometre of the race, but it's a chance to get an early lead on your rivals. Let's join Rob for the start.
Yes, this is the solo section. Each team picks their best runners to make sure they do the 2K out and back onto the bridge to collect their first instructions. Few tired legs out there, but they'll certainly give it plenty. Nice to see the smiles as well. Oh, a little bit of a false start there, but they're safely away. Little bit of an incline up the bridge actually to the turning point, and you can see the class out there at the front. They're already quite well spread out. Some of the teams just wanting to pace themselves here. Long way to go. It's going to be a tough hour and 3/4. The 2K run sprint out and back, then they'll pick up the rest of their team before a little bit of an ascent to Braincell 1. And how about that for a downhill section on the bike? All the way into Braincell 2. They can make such a difference. From here on in, they're by the coast, incidentally, and what a stunning coastline it is here inside the Arctic Circle. Braincell 3, then a 2.5K run into the final mental challenge before the glory of the finish. Quite a windy day here for this climax. Remember, 1K out, 1K back. It doesn't seem like much, but after you've been on your feet for the best part of 15 or 16 hours, it certainly isn't easy. 29, this is Scottish Water, one of the UK teams. Really good run by them at the halfway stage, and you can see by the wind ruffling on these competitors' backs just how blowy it is up here on the bridge. Hold on nice and tight, say the marshals. Probably the best bit of advice these runners will hear. A little bit of a downhill section as they go off the bridge. Scottish Water, 29, still going well, nice and steady. This is Openreach, they're in second place, and here come Telenor. The Norwegians, the locals, they know the course, they know the conditions, going very well indeed there, up into second place. That's a good run, and the British in third won't like it.
Nothing more frustrating, I would imagine, than watching your team or your competitors race past you.
Well, we're not having that. No, we're very clear. We're going to be number one at the end of this, so no problem.
Well, very clear declaration of intent there from Martin Holloway. He's got experience of mountaineering. I wonder if that will come into play here during the next hour and a half, hour and 3/4. They're very spread out, and they'll be looking forward to getting back to their teams.
The other members of the team are here chomping at the bit, ready to join the race and head for that first Braincell when their runners return. Let's see who'll be first back.
Well, what a run it is by these two. Scottish Water and Telenor side by side. Really good effort from these two guys. Good run as well by Eric Law from Cisco. And now comes the moment where they regather with the rest of their team. The runners may be taking a moment or two to have a breather while the rest assess what they need to do first. It's not about being quickest, it's not about being the cleverest, it's about working together and working well. Early stages, it's easy to make a mistake and lose people. 37 teams here, a lot of people trying to make their way through the start area and just decide on a plan before they launch into the next section. Long way to go for this guy, he's had enough. The Azuri Communications team, they've got 3 squads here, and one of their men obviously in need of a bit of a break. Well, he won't enjoy seeing the next section. 1K ascent up to Braincell number 1.
Well, it may be mayhem at the meeting point, but once they reach here, the teams need to settle down and start thinking. Get the answer right and they can pick up their mountain bikes and get on their way, but get it wrong and they're serving a time penalty here in the Braincell.
Coming up towards the top of this gruelling 1 kilometre ascent, and Openreach have retaken the lead. But look at the gradient they're having to battle with here. No wonder they're spread out, this leading team at the moment. The thighs will be feeling it, the calves will be struggling, but they're definitely enjoying it.
It's been a really good rapport with all the contestants so far, and, you know, perhaps improved on other years. So, yeah, just give them all the respect they deserve and let the best team win, really.
And then beat them.
And beat them, obviously, yeah.
Well, the esprit de corps here over the last 3 days has been top class, it really has. Openreach in the lead, and now we're looking at Cisco having to put the hands on top of the thighs. A bit of an energetic greeting for the camera there by ACBG. And now we arrive at Braincell number 1. The key to this one is that the letters have a corresponding number. But after that hill we've just seen them struggle up. Not easy. And the different team members here have different skills. They each bring something to the party.